Hello, my name's Devin, and I can't currently be there in class, but I'm presenting in spirit in the form of these videos. So I hope that you enjoy. Today, we're going to be talking about a few different topics regarding gender representation in sports media. This includes how audiences might respond, both new and old, the future directions that we could take to improve equality in the media, and also how you should respond to all of this. So, without further ado, uh, let's begin. Firstly, I want to talk about how audiences would react to this change in gender representation in sports media. Audiences interpret things very differently. Some people are active viewers who question the things that they see, while others are more passive and accept the media's framing without thinking that much about it. Fandoms, culture, and generational differences also play a huge role in this. Younger audiences tend to be a bit more open to diverse representation, while longtime fans, they may be a bit more resistant or slower to adapting to this new environment. And of course, media literacy matters. When people understand how media could reinforce hegemonic narratives, they're more capable of recognizing bias and pushing back against it. Let's talk about the future. So, there are a few key directions that we could take that can improve gender representation in sports media. First, we need more consistent coverage of women's sports across all platforms. Second, the coverage of women's sports should be about athletics. A lot of broadcasts and coverages focus on appearance and personal life when really it should be celebrating athletic achievement. We also need to promote more women in leadership roles. So, coaches, broadcasters, decision makers, because that directly shapes how sports are represented. Another step is to increase the diversity of those who are covered and what sports are covered. So, race, gender, disability, these needs to be more covered so that the media reflects a more full range of athletes. Finally, equitable sponsorship and marketing support is essential. Uh, when women's sports gets fair investment, everything else improves, including resources, exposure, and opportunities. So, after learning about gender representation in sports media, I want you to think about a few things and ask yourself a few questions. When you see unequal coverage of men's versus women's sports in the sports media, what assumptions do you think those media outlets are reinforcing? If you were a producer, what changes would you make to present athletes a bit more fairly and equally? Also, what responsibilities should sports networks have in promoting gender equality in their coverage? Anyways, that's all for me. I want to thank you guys for watching, and now back to my team.